All right, let's get the show on the road. I'm Syll, Farmer Syll, actually. They, them. I'm your friendly neighborhood autistic, vegan, leftist nerd. And I'm going to start a vegan Stardew Valley playthrough. You may have seen my previous video, kind of like a video essay, detailing how far a vegan character can get in Stardew Valley. And in there, I mentioned that I'm going to start an attempt at a vegan Stardew Valley playthrough, and this is what this is. I got inspired by Tofu Dog, another great vegan antinatalist content creator. They have a variety channel. They also started a vegan Stardew Valley playthrough, and I highly recommend you try to check them as well. I'm not gonna be looking directly at the camera most of the time, especially as I'm playing, and if I ever look this way, it's because I'm looking at OBS, the recording software, to make sure that everything looks fine. My setup is kind of amateurish. As you can see, I have this microphone strapped into my overall. And you know, if the channel takes off, if there's a lot of demand and, you know, lots of people watching, I might consider upgrading my setup. But yeah, let's get started. I do want to mention that in this playthrough, I've installed quite a few mods, and you'll see them as we go, but very briefly, the first one is vegan bundles, community center bundles, making it easier to complete the community center without having to exploit any animals or monsters, for that matter, sentient ones. The second one is a mod that replaces the horse with a bike, so it's easier to get around again without exploiting any animals. And finally, a pretty extensive mod that replaces a lot of the recipes for crafting and cooking in the game to make things a lot more vegan. So for example, you can use a hazelnut and a cheese press to make, I think it's goat cheese, like vegan goat cheese, which is gonna be really nice. So without further ado, let's get into the game. Man, a lot of decision making. So by the way, I'm sure you can tell that I tried to kind of match my clothes, at least at the beginning of the game, at least for this first episode, to the way that the character kind of looks at the beginning of the game. Let's make it actually a bit more the same. Can we not change the color of the pants? I guess not, then we'll just keep it blue. All right, let's make this character more, you know, in the sense that I'm feeling them, right? Let's see. There's a hairstyle that I really like, that I'm gonna go with. Let's see if I can find her pretty quickly. No, it's not this one. Yeah, there we go. I really like this one. I'm gonna stay with the standard shirt. I'm gonna maybe add, just for fun, gonna add one of the scarves. No, actually, you know what? That doesn't look very good. I'm just gonna go with nothing for now, and then maybe we can change that later. So the name is gonna be Syll, Omelas farm. Favorite thing, I don't know, justice. Let's go with a dog, because as mentioned in the video, in the previous video, it's easier to take care of a dog without having to rely on exploitation products, and they also don't devastate other wild animals in the area when they're left outside. I'm gonna make the hair a bit more yellowish, kind of following a character in a story that I sometimes work on called Syll, which is where the namesake for my channel comes from, or rather my nickname online, and I think this looks pretty good. I'm not gonna skip the intro, just in case some of you viewers are new to the game. I want you to get a full context of, you know, what happened in the game. And I think I'm gonna go with the hilltop farm, especially because I'm not gonna be delving into the mines, and I want another source of you know, mining related resources like stone and geodes, and maybe a little bit like copper, silver, and stuff like that. Finally, I'm gonna go see what we can do here. I'm not gonna mess around with the community center bundles because they're edited already by the by the mod, but I am going to pick this because I think it's nice to be able to complete the community center within the first year. Not going to affect this because we're not going to go into the mines. Not going to change this. I don't think there's anything else I want to change. With that in mind, let's go. I temporarily disabled the music in this menu here because it's extremely loud and for some reason you can't really edit the volume for it in the game. But I've already set up the volume within the game once you start playing to be a lot more tolerable for the purpose of this video. Let's go. So for those of you who don't know, this game is about creating a farm. You inherit a farm from your grandfather, and let's just, I'm gonna read out loud what the cutscene says. And for my very special granddaughter, by the way, I personally am a gender, but the character in my mind is female, so we'll go with that, or rather a woman. I want you to have this sealed envelope. I'm not gonna try to make a voice. Okay, no, don't open it yet. Have patience. I'm not gonna try to imitate like a grandfather voice, but now listen close. I assume there's usually music here, but oh well. There will come a day when you feel crushed by the burden of modern life. Yeah, I mean, fuck capitalism, right? And your bright spirit will fade before a growing emptiness. Mood. I mean, I feel that. When that happens, my dear, you'll be ready for this gift. Now let Grandpa rest. XX years later. Working in the Joja Corporation. Seems like a pretty dull, unfortunate situation. Like anyone who is financially oppressed enough by capitalism to have to work in a space like this, I feel like, you know, really deserves better. They even have cameras like looking down on you as you work. There's a dead guy on the right. Seemingly there's not very good HR in this company. But yeah, my character is fed up. Reaching out to the drawer to pick up the envelope. Dear Syll, if you're reading this, you must be in dire need of a change. The same thing happened to me long ago. I'd lost sight of what mattered most in life. Real connections with other people and nature. So I dropped everything and moved to the place I truly belong. By the way, real quick, I might just add a little bit of, you know, soft music in the background during this part because I didn't anticipate that muting the main menu music might completely get rid of the music for the cutscene as well, but oh well. I've enclosed the deed to that place, my pride and joy, Omelas Farm. It's located in Stardew Valley on the southern coast. It's the perfect place to start your new life. This was my most precious gift of all, and now it's yours. I know you'll honor the family name, my dear. Good luck. Love, Grandpa. P.S. If Louis is still alive, say hi to the old guy for me, will you? We'll see about that. On the bus to Stardew Valley. Let's see how that goes. Hello. Hello, you must be Syll. This person is named Robin. I'm Robin. Well, there you go. I'm Robin, the local carpenter. Mayor Lewis sent me here to fetch you and show you the way to your new home. He's there right now, tidying things up for your arrival. The farm's right over here, if you'll follow me. This is Omelas Farm. Oh, doesn't look very good. What's the matter? Sure, it's a bit overgrown, but there's some good soil underneath that mess. With a little dedication, you'll have it cleaned up in no time. And here we are, your new home. Hello? Ah, the new farmer. Welcome, I'm Lewis, mayor of Pelican Town. Well, looks like we're gonna say hi to him for Grandpa after all. You know, everyone's been asking about you. It's not every day that someone new moves in. It's quite a big deal. So, you're moving into your grandfather's old cottage. It's a good house, very rustic. Rustic? That's one way to put it. Crusty might be a little more apt though. Rude. I don't mind. Don't listen to her, Syll. She's just trying to make you dissatisfied so that you buy one of her house upgrades. There seems to be a little bit of beef between them. Anyway, you must be tired from your long journey. You should get some rest. Tomorrow you ought to explore the town a bit and introduce yourself. By the way, this is a good opportunity to mention that, as mentioned in the video, in the previous one, I have played Stardew Valley before, so like a lot of this is not new to me. What is going to be new to me is new content from the 1.6 update that just recently released as of the time of making this video. And also endgame content like Ginger Island. So I'm going to explore all of that stuff together with you for the first time on camera in this playthrough. Townspeople would appreciate that. Oh, I almost forgot. If you have anything to sell, just place it in this box here. I'll come by during the night to collect it. Well, good luck. Thank you, Mayor Lewis, and thank you, Robin, for the introduction. Okay, so as you can hear, probably, there is music in the background. I wasn't like pulling a fast one on you. Introductions. It would be a nice gesture to introduce yourself around town. Some people might be anxious to meet the new farmer. So we've already met Robin and Lewis, therefore 2 out of 28. One thing I want to do real quick is get into the options and make things to my liking. So auto run, show portraits. I think really the only thing I want to fix right off the bat is, where is it? Yeah, there you go. Make the UI scale smaller and the general zoom level further. I'm gonna add the zoom buttons here if I ever want to change it, just in case. Use hardware cursor, no thanks. And everything else seems to be pretty well. All right, let's go. So we're starting off with the mining themed house. Not very much to my liking in terms of the furniture that we get right off the bat, but no, over time we'll make things look prettier. So at the very beginning of the game, we get 15 parsnip seeds to grow. And we'll go do that in real quick, but I also want to check the TV to get some information. For example, the weather. Welcome to Cozy 5, your #1 source for weather, news, and entertainment. And now, the weather forecast for tomorrow. It's going to be clear and sunny all day. So for new players, you might want to know that usually if it rains the day after, you don't have to water your crops, which saves you time and energy. So it's definitely worth looking at the TV and seeing the weather forecast in advance. Fortune teller. Ah yes, I can hear the spirits whispering something to me. The spirits are very happy today. They will do their best to shower everyone with good fortune. So the way luck works in the game, every day you can see, how lucky you're going to be for the rest of the day. And that affects some stuff like, how good the rewards are from geodes, how likely you are to find good stuff, for example, in, trash bins or other sources. I don't know if it affects the quality of the crops that you harvest, but I guess we'll find out over time. And finally, living off the land. This is a channel that gives you a little bit of, kind of vicarious gameplay tips, of course, within the narrative of the game. So let's see, for example, what this one brings us. Welcome to Living Off the Land. We're back again with another tip for y'all. Now listen up. This one's for all you greenhorns out there. Chop wood and search for wild forage to earn some cash while waiting for your first harvest. So this is actually relevant because we're not going to be fishing, of course, we're not going to be raising animals, and we're not going to be delving into the mine. we're going to have to figure out, you know, as many sources of income as possible. Also, we're not going to be harvesting from the shore for reasons which you might already know if you've seen the previous video. So yeah, definitely growing trees, chopping them down, and selling some of the wood, at least the amount that I don't need, is going to be an important source of revenue. But anyway, let's step out. So, I will admit, the hilltop farm is a bit hard to work with because it has a lot of, you know, interrupted terrain. There's a river going through it, but you know, we'll make do. One thing I like to do, you know, on the first day is go through the rest of the farm and try to cut down as many weeds like this as possible, because sometimes on top of the parsnip seeds that you get at the beginning of the game, you might find some wild seeds or mixed seeds or something like that, which you can plant and get more profit out of. So I'm gonna do just that right off the bat. And let me reorder the tools real quick. I'm gonna put them this way. So I have, let me see if I can put it up on camera. I have a mouse which has 12 thumb buttons, which I can tie different functions to, right? So for example, in a game like this, I might make the functions of these buttons according to the numbers of this hotbar to make things easier for me, so I can switch, you know, between the tools more easily. But, you know, being unprepared and you know, unorganized as I am, I forgot to do that before starting this video. So I'm actually gonna do that real quick. I don't think you're gonna be able to see this window that I'm using. I'm gonna switch to my Stardew Valley profile for this mouse. And there we go. Now I can, you know, press on the buttons on the side of my mouse. But yeah, there we go. So we got mixed seeds, which means we're gonna be able to get a little bit more money than expected. I also want to make sure to grab at least 50 pieces of wood by the end of the day in order to make a chest, because at the start of the game, we're starting off with very, very limited inventory space, and I don't want to run into issues with that. So as you can see, the biggest benefit of the hilltop farm is that you get this little exclusive area as opposed to other farm types, where stones and ore, like this copper ore over there, and geodes spawn naturally over time. And usually, if you have any of the other farm types, these are things which, at least at the beginning of the game, you're only going to be able to find in sufficient amounts in the mines. But as I said, because we're not going to delve into the mines, which, in case you haven't watched the previous video, I'm going to explain my reasoning again here in a little bit, once there's, you know, some time to talk about it. But I will grab those right off the bat because, well, for reasons that I'll explain in a bit. Rusty Spur. I found an artifact. The curator of the local museum might want to know about this. And this is exactly, you know, getting stuff like this, and also I'm going to get some geodes and more ore and stone. This is exactly the reason I want to get a chest going right off the bat. So before I continue mining these, let's actually do that real quick. If you're new to the game, it's worth knowing that a lot of the actions that you do in the game, for example, chopping a tree or mining a stone or something like that, is going to take off some of your energy, and you have a limited amount of energy per day. Of course, you can eat stuff. Oh, what do I do here? I want to get that sap. Okay, I'll just keep chopping wood and then I'll come back to pick up this sap. But basically, you have a limited amount of energy per day. If you eat some food, you can restore it, but I don't have food to use at the moment, so I'm gonna have to be very mindful of my energy during the first few days. I guess one more tree will do the trick to make a chest. So yeah, I want to be mindful of my energy usage, especially during the first few days before I can make some food. There we go, we have enough. I'm gonna wanna put the chest relatively close to home. So let's go do that real quick. And then I'll continue going around the farm and looking for more seeds. I guess I'll pave my way here now. Oops. There we go. make a chest. Throw this aside real quick. I'm gonna put the first chest here. I think this is pretty standard. I'm gonna put the rest of this stuff here because I'm gonna do it near the end of the day. Now let's go back to going over all the weeds to see if we can find more wild seeds before the end of the day. And then I'll also go back to the hilltop, I guess, mine area. See if we can get more important stuff. So one of the reasons, by the way, another massive advantage for the hilltop farm is that on the first day you get copper ore, and in this game, as soon as you get copper ore, the next day you get an event from one of the NPCs called Clint, who is the local blacksmith. As soon as you, like one day after you get your first copper ore, he's gonna give you the recipe to create a furnace, which is gonna be super useful to upgrade our tools early because we're gonna be able to smelt some ore. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Yeah, and upgrade our tools relatively early. So you might have seen that, you know, when I try to mine big rocks like that, we can do that. And it says your pickaxe isn't strong enough to break this boulder. And this is precisely why I want to get my tools upgraded as early as possible to get rid of stuff like that, as well as other reasons, of course. So as you can see, we're starting off with a very, very generous amount of copper. I don't know if every hilltop farm that is generated at the beginning of the game provides this much copper ore right off the bat. Maybe I'm just lucky, but it might even be the case that we're going to be able to craft a furnace the next day. We'll see. I mean, that is if we get 20 ore, so we're going to need 3 from this one. And there you go, we did. Wow, that's pretty lucky. Considering the energy we have left, I'm going to try to go for these geodes as well. You found a geode. The local blacksmith can break it open for you. Who knows what might be hidden inside. So yeah, I'm gonna grab those, and I don't think I'm gonna make it to the blacksmith to open these today, because if I remember correctly, their store, oh, you've got some new ideas to sleep on. I think this indicates that as soon as I go to sleep, yeah, there you go, my mining skill has leveled up, and I'm gonna get the benefits from that as I sleep. So yeah, I'm not gonna make it to the blacksmith today because I think, if memory serves me right, he closes the shop at 4 p.m. Which is a shame because, you know, we got the very good luck today. So I'm gonna want to wait with those geodes to crack them during high luck days, if that makes sense. All right. Doesn't seem like there are any more weeds on the farm. We have a little bit more energy left, so I think I'm gonna use that to. Do I want more stone or more wood? Let's go balance. Let's take down one more tree and then mine some stones. And then once we're out of energy, I think I'm gonna go around town and try to explore, get to know some people. You know, because we actually get money out of, maybe not out of this one, but later down the road. So cultivate and harvest a parsnip. Let's read all of this. Introductions. We read all of this already. Getting started. If you want to become a farmer, you have to start with the basics. Use your hoe to till the soil, then use a seed packet on the tilled soil to sow a crop. Water every day until the crop is ready to harvest. And then archaeology. You found an ancient-looking object. Could it be some kind of artifact from long ago? Perhaps Gunther, the curator of the local museum, has the answer. Visit Gunther at the museum. We might make it today. I think it closes at 6 p.m. But it's okay if we don't. Okay, you're starting to feel exhausted. I think that's enough work for today. Oh, wait. You know what? I'm a fool because I needed to save some of that energy to sow the seeds. I guess we'll do that tomorrow then. That's a bit of a rookie mistake on my end, but that's fine. Parsnips grow pretty quickly, so just gonna be one day late. It's not the end of the world. Oh well. So we're gonna want this for the museum. We can put these here. Yeah, put everything else here. Let's see if we can make it to the museum. We might not make it because it's closing in 15 minutes. Another thing I want to do relatively early is go around town and see if there's food we can forage. Actually, this reminds me, if we do find a little bit of food, I might be able to eat it to sow the seeds today. There's Leah. Let's say hello. Hello, it's nice to meet you. You picked a good time to move here. The spring is lovely. All right, that's all she has to say. Let's try to... Yeah, I don't think we're going to make it to the museum today, but that's fine. So we get a calendar here denoting, you know, when people's birthdays are, unique events like the bookseller, the egg festival, etc. And I can't remember what these are, but we'll see. So since we're not going to make it to the museum, let's just say hi to as many people as possible. I don't know you. Why are you talking to me? Yeah, that's Shane. Alex. Hey, you're the new girl, huh? I think we're going to get along great. I'm Alex. I'll see you around. Let's go say hi to Penny and Maru. Oh, hello, I'm Penny. Oh, aren't you the one who just moved in? I'm Maru. I've been looking forward to meeting you. So I think if I'm going to go for, you know, a relationship in this playthrough, I think I'm going to go for Maru because I think she's really cool. You know, with a small town like this, a new face can really alter the community dynamic. It's exciting. Now, I don't remember her favorite gifts off the top of my head. I think she really likes gold bars, but that's a long ways away from where we are right now. And especially since we're not going to be delving into the mines, I don't think that's going to be a very consistent option until very late in the game. So I think she also likes strawberries, maybe? Maybe I'm confusing her with someone else. But again, those are going to be hard to come by unless we dedicate a lot of money to it on the first year. So we'll see. See if we can say hello to more people. There's Haley. I think Haley is one of my least favorite, you know, bachelorette in this case. Oh, you're the new farmer girl or whatever, aren't you? Huh? Oh, I'm Haley. If it weren't for those horrendous clothes, you might actually be pretty. Actually, never mind. See, this is why I don't like her. Like, if you're going to, you know, provide feedback on someone's looks, I think it's common courtesy to at least ask them first if they're comfortable with, you know, feedback like that. I'm not going to be able to talk to Sam and Vincent because they're, you know, closed in their rooms, but let's say hi to Jody. Oh, you aren't exactly how I imagined, but that's okay. I'm Jody. It's a quiet little town, so it's very exciting when someone new moves in. Having a farmer around could really change things. All right. So usually when, you know, someone's closed in the room, if you try to get into there, it says you're not good friends enough with Sam to enter his bedroom. And if memory serves me right, once you hit 2 levels of, or rather 2 hearts of friendship with someone, they're gonna let you get into their rooms freely. But we're gonna have to earn that first. Another thing is that I'm completely pro dumpster diving, and I know a lot of people try to make sure that, you know, oh, there's Clint. Let's go say hello. I know a lot of people, or rather a lot of players, want to make sure that, oh, I forgot to read the dialogue, sorry. I'm the town blacksmith. If you ever need to upgrade your tools, I'm your guy. All right, thanks. So what I was gonna say is a lot of players try to, you know, make sure that no one is around to see them rummaging through garbage, because that slightly decreases your friendship level with them because they think it's disgusting. Honestly, I don't care. I mean, I think it's important to go through garbage and see what you can get. I mean, I don't do it in real life. Oh, iron ore, that's nice. I don't do it in real life because I think I don't like to get dirty in that sense, but in a game like this, anything I can extract from garbage which might end up being useful, I think I should do. And I think it's a good idea to try to, you know, kind of normalize it. So within the narrative of the game, I'm just gonna do it even if there's someone around. And, you know, as time goes on and I earn their friendship, I think I like to believe that, you know, they're gonna see that it's possible to make a good friend with someone, even though they're, you know, dumpster diving. Let's go to the saloon because usually in the evening there's a lot of people to say hello to. We've talked to Shane, we've talked to Clint. Let's say hello to Pam. Hey kid, the name's Pam. Nothing like a sip of the good old stuff to warm these old bones. Oh, okay, she's just gonna repeat that. Hello, Gus. Well, hello there, I'm Gus, chef and owner of the Stardrop Saloon. Welcome to the Stardrop Saloon. Can I get you anything? Okay, he's just gonna repeat that. And Haley. Sorry, Emily. My bad. I actually kind of like Emily. One thing I'm not a fan of is that she seems to be very religious, but, you know, as long as she's not harmful about it, I don't mind. Otherwise, she's pretty cool. Ooh, I can read it in your face. You're going to love it here in Pelican Town. If you're ever looking for something to do in the evening, stop by the saloon. That's where I work. Well, I mean, we're right here, so the fact that you're talking about it as if it's somewhere away is... Oh well. What do I want to do with the remaining time on the first day? Let's see if I can find some forage and maybe be able to eat it and get some crops going, but I doubt it. Also, it's pretty difficult to see what's going on at this point at night if you don't have a light source. And I don't know if it's going to be a strain on, you know, you watchers' eyes as it is on mine. But it's not very comfortable looking at stuff this way. So I think I'm actually not gonna strain too much. I'm just gonna go to sleep for the first day now. And we'll deal with, you know, the consequences of my negligence regarding the crops. It'll be fine. Usually if you don't make it home by 2 a.m. in the game, you kind of collapse. You know, there's penalty to that. You lose some money. I think you lose some items. Maybe that's only when you die. I'm not sure. Let's turn on the fireplace. Make it nice. And go to sleep. All right, level 1 mining. +1 pickaxe proficiency, which is going to cause us to spend less energy when we try to mine some ore or rocks. And a new crafting recipe, cherry bomb. It's going to make mining easier if we have the resources. All right, let's see what it says. Weather report. Welcome to Code 5. I'm not going to keep reading that. So it's going to rain all day tomorrow, which means that after we water the seeds today, tomorrow we're not going to have to. Fortune teller. Today is relatively good luck. The spirits are in good humor today. I think you'll have a little extra luck. I'm going to save the geodes for the best luck possible. And there you go. There's the event with Clint. Hi there. Good morning. I noticed that you've been breaking some rocks open and finding ore. That's good. If you want to get the most out of the ores you find, you'll need a furnace. Just so happens, I had an extra set of blueprints lying around. Here, I want you to have them. Learned how to craft a furnace. Thanks, Clint. The furnace allows you to smell metal bars. The bars can be used for crafting, construction, and tool upgrades. When you've smelted a few copper bars, consider having me upgrade one of your tools. It can make your work a lot easier. Well, okay, I'm heading home. Take it easy. All right. We get a new journal entry, so let's read it. Forging ahead. If you're going to keep mining, you should build a furnace. Craft a furnace. Let's see how we do that. So we go to the crafting tab, and a furnace requires 20 copper ore, which we're lucky enough to have right off the bat, and 25 stone. So I do want to get enough stone today to do that. But let's also check the mail. Advertisement. I keep finding cool stuff, but my backpack is full. Does this sound like you? Yes. Well, Pierre's got you covered. Stop by Pierre's General Store today and check out our affordable size 24 backpack. See you soon. I think if I remember correctly, that's like 2,000 gold, which we're nowhere near. So it's gonna be a while. Hello there, just got back from a fishing trip, aka murder trip. You should come down to the beach sometime. I've got something for you, Willie. We'll see about that. I mean, if anything, I'm gonna go there to accept his fishing rod just to shove it in his face that I'm putting it in the trash can. But let's mine some rock. I want to craft the furnace. I want to make sure I have enough energy before the day ends to sow the seeds. and then maybe we'll go find more people to talk to. More copper ore is nice. I think we need 5 ore per ingot, so we're not gonna have enough for that. And I'm making an effort to clear the rocks here in this like little quarry area first before I clean up rocks on the rest of the farm, because these ones are replenishable. They keep appearing more over time. Whereas the other ones, I think they refresh. Sometimes they spawn at the changing of seasons, which is a long time away. We're getting some coal, which is really nice because that's going to allow us to smelt some bars in the future. By the way, something that I think not a lot of new players know when they start off playing the game, each time, you swing the pickaxe or, the hoe or the axe, or even when you use the watering can, that takes a little bit of your energy. However, the scythe, as well as any weapon that you might find as you play the game, doesn't cost any energy at all. Like, look, we have 142 at the moment out of 270. Swinging the scythe a few times, 142. So you can go around and, forage or like cut down as many weeds as you want, even on the first day of the game, and not spend any energy. Which is why I wanted to go around and find more, mixed seeds, but unfortunately we didn't get so lucky. So before I forget, let's craft the furnace real quick. There we go. I'm gonna put it inside the house for now, next to the fireplace. Seems thematic. And now that you've built a furnace, you can smelt some metal. According to Clint's instructions, if you place 5 copper ore and 1 piece of coal in the furnace, it should produce a copper bar. Use your furnace to smelt a copper bar. We don't have enough for that at the moment, but we will soon, perhaps. I'm gonna put these for now in the chest. I want to take this to the museum, so I'll keep that. And also, I see that we have another quest. To the beach. Someone named Willie invited you to visit the beach south of town. He says he has something to give you. Visit the beach south of the town before 5 p.m. We're gonna do that, but first I want to make sure that I don't forget to sow the seeds. Don't want to miss another day of potential growth for them. Yeah, we have enough energy. Let's get rid of this tree. Get some more wood along the way. The second thing I want to do today, after going to the museum and the beach, is also just walk around, the outskirts of the town, see if there's more wild forage that we can find. I'm gonna go get rid of this tree too. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should wait for that to grow. Anyway, I'm gonna use the hoe to plant some seeds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe I shouldn't do it here, but never mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm gonna make a unique row for some, wild seeds. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then wild seed. Now we're gonna have to spend some energy, which I made sure to keep, to water them. And tomorrow, because it's gonna rain, we're gonna have some extra spare energy for cutting down trees and other stuff like that. Maybe cleaning around the farm to make it look prettier. All right, I'm not gonna need the watering can for the rest of the day, so I'm gonna put it here. And let's clear as much inventory space as possible for going around town and picking up forage. So it's 12 a.m. Sorry, it's 11 a.m. Still plenty of time to go around. I see some... I never really got whether these are, worms or what it is, but these are digging spots. Lost book. You found a lost book. The library's collection has expanded, so we're gonna go check that out as well. The library is within the same building as the museum, so it's already on the way. There's Haley. Let's see what she has to say. Nice makeup. Or wait, are you even wearing any? No, I'm not. I mean, I guess that's a compliment. I'm bored. All right. Good talk. Help wanted. I'd like to put red mushroom underneath my pillow. Please deliver it sometime today. I mean, that sounds a bit stinky, but I doubt I'm gonna find a red mushroom, but I mean, might as well just take the quests, just in case. There's Mayor Lewis, see what he has to say. So, how was your first night in the old cottage? Your grandpa used to complain about the rickety old bed, but I think deep down he actually loved that house. I mean, it's pretty nice. There you go. So we rummaged through the trash, and he's like, hey, stop that, yuck. And I'm like, no thanks. It's actually important, to salvage stuff that might otherwise go to waste. It's okay, we'll make up, over time, in terms of friendship, and he'll learn to accept it. The beach is a cool place to hang out and soak up some rays, says Alex. You gotta spend some time in the sun, or else you'll get all pale. Hey, do you want to hang out with me at the beach sometime? Do you have a bikini? Yeah, I'm kind of less about that, but it's good that you like it. Another thing I want to do is use some of this money to buy some seeds, especially beans, because they keep producing more and more over time until the season ends. So it's going to be a nice source of income. There's another geo. Cutscene. Gunther. Abysmal. Not a single piece in the entire collection. What's this? You found something? Let me see it. Or I guess you found something, right? Intonation. Remarkable. It's very old. I'd love to study this in greater detail, but it is yours. I've got a favor to ask you. Would you consider donating any new artifacts or minerals that you find? We could make a groundbreaking discovery together. Oh, and who knows, if you keep donating, I might come across some interesting items to send your way. Think about it, will you? If you decide to donate, just bring the objects to the front desk. I mean, I don't really have anything to do with an old rusty cog, so, be my guest. Let's donate it. Let's put it here. Journal updated. Let's see what it says. Archaeology. Gunther asked if you'd consider donating any new artifacts or minerals you find at the museum. He says he'll compensate you by way of occasional rare goods. I mean, I'm gonna take that 250. That's pretty good. Nothing else. Let's see what he has to say. Doesn't seem like you have anything to donate to the museum. Better get out there and do some treasure hunting, huh? Will do. And we have 2 books to read, so let's do that real quick. Tips on farming. Use fertilizer to improve quality, reduce workload, or hasten crop growth. Fruit trees take a whole season to grow, but they require very little maintenance. Keep the area directly around your new sapling clear, or else it may not grow properly. Crops will die as soon as the season ends, unless they grow in multiple seasons, e.g. corn. Some crops, such as kale and wheat, need to be harvested with the scythe. Alright, good to know. And the second book. This is probably the one that we found earlier. This is a book by Marnie. Animals are very sensitive, indeed. They like to be pet every day and prefer to eat grass outdoors than dry hay. They don't like being outside in the rain though. Happy animals produce higher quality products. Fuck you, Marnie. Animals are not for producing products. The milk and eggs that they make are theirs. Penny. I'm tutoring Vincent and Jazz today. They're a handful, but it's nice to make a difference in someone's life. I mean, she's saying that right in front of them. I wonder if they have anything to say about that. Vincent. Oh, a stranger. My name is Vincent. Mama says not to talk to strangers, but you seem okay. Miss Penny says I have to read this book before I can go play. Education is appointed. And he's gonna repeat that. Jazz. Hi. Hello. What else did I want to do today? Oh yeah, let's go visit Willie by the sea. Maybe we're gonna find some artifacts there too. Oh, you know what? Actually, before that, so if you open the map, you can see what time different businesses close in. For example, the general store, which I want to buy seeds from, closes at 5 p.m. We know that the event with Willie is also by 5 p.m., so I guess we can do that first. All right, let's see. Ahoy there, miss. Heard there was a newcomer in town. Good to finally meet you. Ah, I'm still trying to unwind from a month out on the salty seas. It was a big haul. I sold a lot of good fish. Screw you. Finally saved enough to buy me a new rod. Not a fan of that. Here, I want you to have my old fishing rod. It's important to me that the art of fishing stays alive. And hey, maybe you'll buy something from the shop once in a while. Man, if I could break it in half right in front of his face right now, I would do it. But the worst we can do is, I mean, the best we could do, I should say, is just put it in the trash can. But I don't know if he's going to see it. You received a bamboo pole. A tool of murder. There's good water here in the valley. All kinds of fish. Oh yeah, my shop's back open now, so come by if you need supplies. I'll also buy anything you catch. It smells, it sells. That's what my old pappy used to say anyway. The blinders are on nice and thick. Well, goodbye. See what we can find at the beach. Maybe there's a digging spot. So, as I mentioned in my previous video, I'm not going to be harvesting creatures that might be sentient, for example, mollusks. And I'm also going to leave aside any coral I find because, again, the only reason, someone might want to pick them up is for profit. Wait, there's Sam. Let's go say hi. The only reason is, to make a profit, and animals on the beach might, have a more important use for them, for their survival and thriving and stuff like that. So I think it's better to just leave it alone, especially if we don't need it. Sam. Hey, I'm Sam. Good to meet you. All right, that's it. On one of my previous playthroughs, I actually married Sam. And he's pretty cool. I really like him. See if we can say hi to more people before I go to the shop. There's George. It's irritating to have to meet all these new people, huh? Name's George, by the way. No, buzz off. All right. I don't see Evelyn here, his wife, so maybe she's somewhere around town. I want to say hi to her as well. And let's see if maybe I can say hi to Harvey. Nope, just missed the mark. All right. There's Marnie, which we want to say hello to, and Caroline as well. So let's do that before I engage with the shop. And I guess the others have to say stuff too, so we'll go through them as well. Caroline. Hello, you must be Syll, the new farmer. I'm Caroline. I've always really liked her design. I think her hair is really cool, like both in terms of color and shape, I guess. But yeah, she's married to Pierre, so can't really pursue that. And I guess this text is relevant to the fact that she's exercising now. Don't look, I'm all red and sweaty. All right. And is she gonna repeat that? Yeah. Robin. Have you met everyone in town yet? That sounds exhausting. My arms are strong, pant, but my legs need more work. Gasp. Jody. Breathe in, breathe out. Marnie. Mary Lewis told me you just arrived. I'm Marnie. Marnie smiles at you through a mist of sweat. And Emily, we've talked to her before. Exercising can be fun. I love how all of them, are using exercise equipment and actually doing some work while Emily just, you know, dances and shakes her booty. It's pretty funny. Oh, and yeah, I've already talked to Lewis today. So yeah, the backpack costs 2,000 gold. We're not even close to that, so we'll put that aside for now. Welcome to Piers. Don't forget to check out my daily wallpaper and flooring section. Gonna be a while before I'm gonna be able to afford stuff like that, but I do want to decorate the house eventually. Nick's egg, a vegan. Oh, I guess this is part of the mod, one of the mods that I installed. That's interesting. A vegan egg replacer. So I guess we're gonna be using that for stuff like pancakes, but we'll see. So I also eventually want to get fruit trees relatively early because first of all, I love them, but second of all, it's a good constant source of, you know, income. But as you can see, those prices are pretty jacked, so it's gonna be a while before we're gonna be able to afford them. Not gonna need any of these particular cooking ingredients anytime soon, and I don't particularly need any more grass because we're not raising animals. So let's see what I want to buy here. Parsnips, plant these in the spring, takes 4 days to mature. And I guess the return on investment from those is not very high, so I don't know. Maybe once we get fertilizer, I'm gonna want to get some of these because the community center has a bundle where it encourages you to get high quality parsnips, but again, we need fertilizer for that. Bean starter. So this is a good return on investment. You get these, they take 10 days to mature, and then every few days they keep producing more. So I think we're gonna go with 5 of these, despite them being relatively expensive. Cauliflower, plant these in the spring, they take 12 days to produce, but from what I remember, their return on investment is actually pretty good. But then there's potato seeds, takes 6 days to mature and has a chance of yielding multiple potatoes at harvest. So I know I'm gonna want one of each of these for the community center. I think I'm gonna buy 2 potato seeds. Let's buy 2 cauliflower seeds. And then I do want to, you know, grow these eventually, especially considering, I think from what I've looked into the community center bundles mod, one of the bundles in the fishing tank is going to be replaced with flowers bundle. I don't remember which flowers are needed for that, so I think just to be safe, I'm gonna go with 2 of each. And I can't remember any reason that I might want to grab kale at the moment. I will eventually because I want to be able to ship lots of different stuff, but for now we'll pass on kale. Now, is there anything else I want to get with these, with the 90 gold left? Probably another cauliflower to boost our profit over time. There's Evelyn, probably out of a checkup at Harvey's place. Why, hello and welcome to our little community, dear. You can call me Granny if you like. All right, hi Granny. And I guess the rest of the day I want to use by going around town, especially the outskirts and the forest, see if there's anything to harvest. Make sure to go through all of those weeds, see if we can get more wild seeds to plant. There's one. Oh, we need space for it. Oh, shoot. This is why you want an inventory upgrade relatively early, but I think I can get rid of 2 stone and it'll be fine. Yeah, let's do that. So I guess now that reminds me that before we go around town to get some harvest, you know, wild flowers or, you know, vegetables, it's probably going to be a good idea to go through the farm first. And, you know, there we go. My negligence again. I should have thought to save more energy in order to plant all those seeds. So I think we're going to do that tomorrow. But anyway, let's at least plant this one more mixed seed with the energy that we have left, which is not much, but we'll make do. store all of these in the geode as well. Get the watering can. Right, you're starting to feel exhausted, so I really need to make sure I don't accidentally swing another one of my tools. Let's start with the forest first. Actually, we might, in the forest, we might be able to find a few spring onions that could restore a little bit of energy, and we might be able to plant some of those new seeds after all. So we'll see. Really want to clean up, you know, the debris and different rocks from the farm as early as possible. Oh, I'm gonna go back through here, so I'll see first if I can find something to eat to restore a little bit of energy before I dig that up. So again, swinging the scythe doesn't cost energy, so might as well. Nice, more mixed seeds. There we go, there's a wild horseradish. I'm gonna save that one because we're gonna need it for the community center, for one of the bundles. But if we find more, then I might consider eating one to restore some energy. Although they do sell for a decent amount, so maybe I shouldn't. As opposed to the spring onions that sell for very cheaply. Leah, hello neighbor. You both live outside of town. Does that mean something? Are you flirting with me? Gonna employ the precautionary principle and say no. But I'm keeping an eye on you. That reminds me. So I know I said earlier that I'm probably gonna go with Maru in this playthrough, but in real life, I am polyamorous and also relationship anarchist. And I know that in this game, or at least, you know, one of the mods that was created for this game, is a polyamory mod, which allows you to, you know, have relationships with more than one person at a time in this game without, you know, them immediately perceiving it as cheating. And, you know, I can add mods to the game as we progress with this playthrough. So I might consider that. Leah is also pretty cool, and you know, Sam as well, as I mentioned. And yeah, there you go, lots of spring onions. So I might be able to plant those seeds after all. That's fantastic. You've got some new ideas to sleep on. That's probably going to be foraging. Yeah, that's good. So no, oh yeah, 2 more spring onions. Although I am concerned slightly by the fact that they're so close to the sewer. The game, of course, doesn't have any consequences to that. So yeah, let's eat a few. Yeah, these sell for so little that I don't mind just eating the higher quality ones. For new players, you might want to know that usually when you find higher quality stuff, you know, like forage like this, the higher the quality, the better they sell. Or I guess the more money they sell for. But again, with spring onions, because they're so cheap, might as well just eat them. And of course, higher quality also replenishes more energy. So now that we have energy, let's see what we can get here. Trilobite. Gunther can tell you more about this if you donate it to the museum. So I think because the video is coming up to around an hour, once we go to sleep here, after I, you know, plant the new seeds, might be a good time to stop, at least for this episode. See if, you know, any of you have any interesting feedback in preparation for future episodes, and we'll go from there. So I'm gonna put the trilobite here. Gonna eat some spring onions, plant the new seeds. I'm gonna have to clear this, you know, grass to have more space. I will do so. See if we can do all of that before, you know, the time runs out. So I'm gonna keep the spring onions, put these here for the community center, take all the new seeds, and the watering can. Perfect, just enough space. Let's clear some grass. It is slightly annoying that this tree is getting in the way and obstructing, you know, some of the area, but it'll be fine. If you walk behind it, you can see that the transparency kind of opens it up. Let's, real quick, just for the sake of my convenience, we did find some coal, and we have some wood. So I believe Oh, we need sap. Okay, that's fine. We have that too, instead of coal. Let's make some torches. Let's drop them real quick. Put the sap back. Let's put one torch here. Another one by this. I mean, I probably shouldn't be doing this because considering I'm so low on time, so I'll try to keep this concise. This will be enough. Let's start with the important ones. I want to start with the beans. Make sure to water them. Let's make another row here. 3, 4, 5. Let's do the cauliflower. I believe, yeah, I'm missing the potatoes. Let's grab those real quick. There they are. Put the potatoes next to them. Make sure to water. And then we only have the flowers left. So put the tulips right here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make it. There's plenty of time. And yeah, let's dig a couple more spots here. This is jazz, right? Yeah. Oh, and I also, I guess, want to make another spot for the, or 2 more spots, I guess, for the wild seeds. And we're really starting to push it on time. Can't see if yeah, I watered everything, it seems. Yeah, so I guess on the next day, we'll spread some more torches around to make things more manageable at night. All right, let's go to sleep. Level 1 foraging, +1 X proficiency, so we're gonna spend less energy on chopping down trees. Trees sometimes drop seeds, that's nice. We're gonna be able to make some field snacks with that to replenish some energy. And wild seeds for spring. So if we find, I guess, one of the each unique wild forages for spring, like wild horseradish, 1 dandelion, 1 daffodil, and 1 leek, I think it is, we'll be able to create 10 seeds in order to grow 10 of those random stuff, which is going to be better, you know, for profit. Definitely going to be on the lookout for that. Okay, so I think this is a good spot to end the first episode on. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this is entertaining. Maybe, you know, you put this on the background while doing something else, which I usually do with other, you know, people's playthroughs like this. I did want to mention at the beginning of the video, by the way, something very important from, you know, regarding my inspiration to do this, which I got from Tofu Dog. So they said, and I completely agree with them, that they think that the vegan community and also the Antinatalist community could use more fun, casual, you know, content like this, whether it be it gaming or other stuff. And again, I completely agree. I think sometimes we can get lost in, you know, super serious content like outreach and activism and video essays, which are important, right? I mean, I love them as well. But every now and then, I think we sometimes need to get our mind off of the serious stuff, kind of detach from the horrors of reality, and just enjoy something fun and casual like this. They call it community building, and I very much agree. So this is what it is. You know, I sometimes, there's a lot of different content creators that I enjoy watching or listening to in the background while I do other stuff. And it really bums me out whenever, you know, whenever some of them who aren't vegan just casually, nonchalantly bring up horrible stuff as if they're not horrible, like animal farming or other stuff. And I often find myself wishing that there was content like this made by vegans, primarily for vegans to kind of feel more comfortable around. And I figured, you know, this is a perfect opportunity to create some of the, like, follow this idea and create content like it. So if there's even one person who finds this and enjoys this and, you know, maybe it makes their day a little bit better, then as far as I'm concerned, my goal with this video has been achieved. So yeah, like I mentioned, If you have any feedback really regarding anything, whether it is like, you know, volume adjustments or just tips, maybe it is something about, you know, the way I speak. Maybe I speak too much. Maybe you would like a slightly quieter video. I'd be completely cool with that as well. But yeah, anything that you can think of, put it in the comments. I promise I don't bite unless you want me to. Well, maybe I shouldn't have said that. But yeah, I'll definitely go through every single comment. I'll engage with them. And yeah, at the end of the day, I want this to be a resource for everyone. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.